Hello everyone. Welcome back to White Knuckle. Today, our challenge should be fairly obvious. As you can see, we're missing a pretty important element of ourselves, specifically our right hand. This is the Amputated mode, or challenge, or whatever you want to say, I'm not exactly sure. From the More Mutators mod by, I'm gonna butcher this name, dude, Nebulatrix? Again, I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if I am. I'm probably not. But regardless, that is the mod. This hand cosmetic is not part of this, but you can see our left hand is also not doing that well. This is the Snapped Hands by Krieghammer. I believe these are only available in the Discord, which, similar to my hands, the White Knuckle in Discord, by the way, if that was not obvious. Similar to my row marked hands, which I know some of you commented about liking, and I'm very thankful, by the way, that you guys let me know and liked that, as well as some of my other hands as well, which they should be in the description, available to download, by the way, if you want any of my custom hands. Things like the missing texture hands, the slimp hands, and the row marked hands, of course. The row marked hands are also on the Thunderstore right now, so if you happen to install your mods that way, then you can do that now as well. There you go. I'm shilling my own White Knuckle cosmetic mods. Look at me go. I'm actually going to go over here and grab some food real quick. I have practiced this challenge a little bit. It's very hard. I'd be lying to you if I said this was the first time I tried to record this. I did try to record this, like Friday, not last week, but the week before that. So, or at least I think so. No, I guess it was last week. No, it was the week before that. Yeah, it's been a little bit. I do apologize for the delay in videos, of course. That is very much my bad. We did not get our Pitten version of this. I'm just going to do this. I know there's other ways to go about this, but I'm not in the mood. But anyway, yeah, I wasn't actually in the mood then, very much so. I just was not having a good time. Things were stressing me out a little bit. Ooh, disc, hello. And, yeah, I just wasn't quite happy with how that video turned out. And, kind of, like, stopped recording halfway, for no reason in particular, but I was not having a good time. Things were stressing me out. And I you know, yes, it's been a little bit. At the same time, I would say that overall it kind of worked out. Oh, is that where that's where the stuff is, isn't it? I can't remember. I'm not gonna chance it because I don't think I have enough stamina to get up there. We do have the chalk trinket, by the way, if you haven't noticed, just to try to reduce our stamina decay a little bit, because we're basically jumping from point to point all the time, as you can see. So, yeah, there's also no perk machines here. That's part of this mod. I think mainly because most of the perk machines, if we want perks, we have to use two hands to get them, so we just don't get them at all. So, you know, like, I get it. It's unfortunate, you know. I feel a little left out from being able to get perks, you know. Oh well, things happen. Anyway, lots has happened since the last time I've basically made a video. Again, I apologize for the delay. It was mostly just because things were kind of stressful, a little busy, and also the couple times I've tried to record stuff in the last little bit, it just really hasn't been working out. Unfortunately, I wish that wasn't the case, but it's just the way that it has been. So hopefully this time's different. Hopefully you're seeing me finally. Bar? Yes, please. We're a little over-encumbered. I don't need as much rebar. Pittons are not that useful for us either, unfortunately. As sad as that is to say. But yes, so what has happened? Lots has happened, luckily. That is the one nice thing about this being a little bit of time since the last time we've talked. Unless this is, like, the first video you've seen, which in that case, I guess that... hello, hi. I'm Risk Red. This is my second channel, safeBLUE. Which I think a lot of you probably don't realize this is my second channel. Totally fine, by the way. Not a problem with me. It's just a funny thought. Blood bugs are very scary in this, by the way, just so you know, because we don't really have another hand to save us if we have our hammer out. So it's kind of risky. I don't know if we can make it up this, dude. Oh, I'm gonna eat some food. That was very spooky. Anyways, so what's happened since the last time? I was trying to remember like where the car saga left off, which I'm happy to say is over now. Thank God, but a lot has happened, man. The day that the last video came out, the Row Perks video, I basically, actually, right when that video came out, I believe, I would have been at my local dealership at the time. Probably pretty close to learning that, again, and a little update for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. I had the unfortunate issue that I drove my car over a big ol' construction screw, and it very much sucked. And unfortunately, my tire was flat, and it was bad. Anyway, I'm not going to go over too much of that. I've talked about it before, and again, I gotta get out of the car stories, so that's why I'm bringing it up now, and I can stop talking about cars, because, like, I've genuinely never talked about cars more in my life than on this channel. It's just the way it's been, I guess. But, yeah, no, so I brought my car in to try to get the tires fixed, or the tire fixed, rather. And I was like, oh, you know, hopefully this is just a simple patch and everything, because that's, like, covered by warranty. I don't really have to pay anything for anything, which is really nice. Ooh, 2 bottles, look at that. Yes, please. I was trying to pick up the other one with my non-existent hand. We got a lot of rebar. I don't need all of this, so I'm going to put it away. Also, this disc. I literally just took that so we could get more stuff. What else do we have? Okay, we have 3 rebar. We have a good chunk of food. Chalk, of course. Our bar. Our stuff. A piton, just in case. I think we're pretty good. And again, no perks here. No saves either, which is why the disc is literally there for that. Ooh, another bar. Look at that. Perfect. I might as well break this open. What do we got? More rebar. Might as well get rid of our standard rebar and take another rope rebar. Not that one. There we go. Alright, let's see what we can do. But, yeah, no, I went to my dealership, and I was waiting for about 45 minutes. I was there with my dad. I just happened to pick him up from his work. And, yeah, like 45 minutes later, a person comes out and tells me, okay, good news and bad news. And I don't know why they said that. They had no good news for me. They, like, started with that. I think it was just the instinctual, like, you gotta say good news and bad news when there's any news whatsoever. But there was no good news. It was only bad news. They were like, we cannot fix the tire. The thing is too close to the sidewall that it would just not be doable safely. So, like, what you have to do now is get a whole new tire. So that sucked, and that was not covered, so I had to pay, like... Unfortunately, I have an SUV with really big tires, so the tires are quite expensive. Like, you know, I'm in Canada. These things were like $500 tires. Ow, my soul. I'm gonna take this one piton, actually. So that was not fun. Did not enjoy that whatsoever, obviously. You don't really want to... So that kind of got me in a bad mood, which was like, you know, filming a video right after that day. I was just not having a great day. And that was not the only thing that happened that day either, which is even worse. Are you not? Could you please get on there? Thank you. Okay, I guess that blood bug's just not coming after us. Thank God. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Less blood bugs, the better. Alright. But yeah, so I had to buy a whole new tire. It was expensive. Was not good, but that was not the only thing that happened. I also, to get a migraine like right after my dad wanted to pick up a few things at the store, and as we were like going to the store, I got out of my car and I'm like, oh no. I've had migraines for a very long time, basically since I've been like about 10 years old. They suck. I think a lot of people assume when you say migraines as well, because it's almost like an overused sort of, Okay, hold on, I gotta eat food. It's sort of an used term of like, oh man, I think I have a migraine. It's just like a headache. It's a very different thing than a headache. I mean, like the core of it, yes, of course, you get a headache, a particularly bad one, but that's not all a migraine is. I kind of wish it was. But there's a lot of other things, and everybody's different, of course. Everybody experiences it in a different way. But, oh, this one's gonna be rough. I did not plan that. I should have taken a bottle. Oh, we're good. Jesus, that was... Thank God I ate the bar. I don't think I would have made that otherwise. Okay, okay. We're good, we're good. Sorry, Pipeworks is actually a lot scarier than I thought it was going to be. I had to really focus up there for a second. Sorry about that. But yeah, so for me, migraines are like... Look up like a blind spot video on YouTube. Like how to see your blind spot or whatever. Something like that. Like there's tons of videos that are in that sort of space. I don't know the best way to describe them. There used to be tons of videos like this back in the day. That would be like, how do you see your blind spot? And they'd be like illusions. And I mean, when I say back in the day, these videos would have been like, you know, 2009 YouTube probably. I remember one video where some guy did it like with his head or whatever. And it was really cool, fun little illusion, but I don't remember the name of that channel at all. Guy kind of looked like Vsauce and like a Blue Man Group member. I don't remember. It was like minutes something. Either way. It was a cool video, but I know there's tons that exist. Usually there's something along the lines of like, look at this spot, and then you'll see that this spot you can't see. Which everybody has a natural blind spot. It's wherever their... oh boy. Oh, that was a close one. It's wherever your... like optic nerve connects to the back of your eyeball. There's just like no... You just don't see that. Now your brain fills in that part of the image with just like its best guess, you know, which is cool. Brains are fucking awesome, but it's also wild stuff that happens at all. But yeah, everybody has a natural blind spot, which is very cool. But when you get a migraine, you get like an unnatural one. I mean, I guess it's natural, but it's just like, oh, here's like a blind spot randomly. Have fun, by the way. It's not great. So I got that leaving, like my dealership too, so that just made my day like really sour, so it was not great. Alright, this one's gonna be a little tricky. Do we have a pill bottle here for purchase? We don't. I will take more food, of course. Any of that would be great. What do we need? We need, like, a rebar, so I will take one, and I think I need another pitten, too. Oh yeah, I do need multiple pittons, actually. Is there another pitten here? There is. Okay. You know what? We don't need this much rebar, but the rest I will take. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this a bit differently than I normally do, and the reason why... Actually, oh, I am gonna have to go this way, though. Okay, the mass is here. I gotta go. I'm taking the pill bottle right now because this is going to be really rough. Okay. Yep. Alright, I'm focusing here. This is really hard. I don't normally go this way, and if you guys do know, then you guys know that I definitely don't. Because who would, you know? Who would go this way? You want to go up like the normal way, but That is not what you do. I was a little worried about the interludes. I did not mention that, but the interludes, like all of them, are pretty difficult with one hand, honestly. And it's just gonna get harder. Alright, there we go. First part of the interlude done. But yeah, so you get like blind spot stuff. That's not it either. Like after that, for me, I start to actually get my headache. After like the blind spot thing goes away, it usually lasts about 15 minutes or so. And then after that, oh, I don't even know. Like, it's always different. Usually I get like different, like I feel too hot and then I'm too cold and I'm fluctuating between those things. I get body aches, I get nauseous, I yawn excessively. It's so bad. There's so much to it, and it's just, it's atrocious. Alright, let's see if I can do all this. Alright, I'm not too worried about this, but we'll see what I can do here. This is probably the best interlude for this section. It's not too hard. Anyway, we'll stop talking about migraines. It's not great. I don't wish it on anybody. They suck so much, and yeah. And unfortunately, there's just like not a lot. Like, they're closely related to seizures, and I know that there's like medications and stuff that do exist now that I'm not on myself, but I do know they exist. Oh my god, I thought I missed. Alright, we're good, we're good. Very nice. Very good, very good. How many bottles we have? We have one bottle. I would like more. We'll see if we can find more. That would be very good if we can. I believe I do have one in a locker. Did I look earlier? I can't remember. I think I meant to, and I just completely didn't think to do it. But anyway. So, yeah. As a nice thing, here's a nice thing, at the very least. I saw the Backrooms movie. It was very nice. I didn't think my theater was going to show it. There was, like, no date on it whatsoever going to my theater, but then, like, last minute they had showings for it, so I got to see it. Very good. I very much enjoyed it. I don't want to, like, spoil too much about it or anything like that. It was a weird experience. I was there with my family, and, like, I obviously, like, probably most of you know a little bit about the Backrooms at the very least. I knew a good chunk of the Kane Parsons Backrooms stuff on his YouTube channel already, so I was pretty experienced. So it was an interesting sort of vibe having somebody next to me that knew nothing really about it and watching it, and then me that knew like literally everything. Or at least everything that was, you know, already available. Oh, there is no other pill bottle in here. Damn, I was really hoping for another one. Alright, well, I do have one in here, so I will take that. Very good. I might buy an injector. I think there's one in here. Yeah, there's an injector. So that would be nice. I do have another bar here, too, so I have to make use of that. Flashlight and flare gun. Pittons can go away, man. This is probably going to be the hardest part of this whole thing. And I don't know how well this is going to go. This is going to be completely dependent on what we get. Obviously, flares would be good as well. I'm going to get rid of some rebar here. Might get rid of more. We'll see what ends up happening here. You know what? I definitely am. Because I'm not going to be able to take a lot of these at all. I'll probably get rid of 2 of these. At least give us more earnings here. Is there anything else of use in here at all? There is a bar. Might as well do that. Get another bar. Get that injector. Stick that over there. I'll stick this over there. This is going to be a weird one. Especially in this scenario. We don't need that. And grabbing the flare gun is going to be kind of atrocious, I think. I'm going to get rid of one of my foods, I think. Because I'm not going to have a lot of inventory space here, but I am going to try to take all my flares, because the more I can get, the better. Yeah, you know what? Just all food. We're going to go fully on bars. I think having 3 bars is pretty good. Where are we at? We're still kind of over-encumbered at that. I think it's mostly the trinket. Alright, rebar, you're going away too. I gotta put a lot into stamina right now. That's what I gotta do. Okay. We'll be over-encumbered by 1 flare, but I think that's okay. We obviously can't do anything with that. I was like, oh, we should put something there. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out. Alright, so. Yeah, I got to see the Backrooms movie. Very cool. Got to see Iron Lung as well, because that released digitally, so, you know, I'm pretty happy. I was not expecting at this point to be able to see Iron Lung or the Backrooms movie. I got to see both. Literally saw Iron Lung like the day after. I'm gonna go bar for this for now. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that. And Iron Lung I enjoyed as well. If I had to say if one was better than the other, I would say that Backrooms is still a better movie overall, but, you know, that's obviously down to opinion. I'm gonna go injector here. Or at least try to. I'm not doing very well, but that's okay. Doing one-hand injector is kind of weird. Where are you? Is that a waste? Why are you frozen? Okay, there you go. For some reason... that did not work out for you. Okay, I know generally they try to make you go there, but I don't want to go there. I just want to go up. How much further up do we need to go? Please. Okay, we're pretty good. I think we'll make it. Teeth, we good? We good. There we go, very nice. That was like my most worried part about this whole thing. Like, Delta Labs is gonna be bad too, and Abyss will be kind of annoying, but I think that'll be, that's probably the worst of it. Honestly. But yeah. I gotta live in the period right now, though. Now that the Amazing Digital Circus movie, I guess, has premiered officially as of technically yesterday. This is like late at night. It still feels like the same day, even though it's not. Ooh, another pill bottle. Very good. That is what I want. Very much so. When we get this, we get flares, right? That might be good. I don't know though. All right, do that. What was in our other one back here? We really got to make sure we're getting the most that we can. Bar, yes. Any additional stuff for stamina is very good. Flashlight is good. I think hammer's still better. I don't really know. Hard to say. Well, we'll keep flashlight for now. I think there's another vending machine somewhere here, right? I just don't remember where it is. Or I'm wrong and very dumb, which is usually the case. But yeah, so I gotta stay super off the internet right now, though. So we'll see how the next couple weeks go, but it's gonna be a lot of me not being up to date on things, I think, because I'm gonna have to avoid everything like the plague. Because I don't want to be spoiled on Digital Circus stuff, because I know the internet's gonna want to do it. Look, I would have gone to see the movie if I could have. I couldn't have, though. Because my theater decided not to show that. Which is, you know, whatever. It's unfortunate, but I'm also not surprised at all. I will say, the spoiler period for things is kind of weird, man, nowadays. And I don't know exactly when the date would be. Should I... You know what? I'm just gonna bar real quick. It's not that I think I could make it without bar, but I just, you know, I don't want to risk it. Breeder's nice, but if it was any other run, I'd be happy, but not today, please. Okay, normally I go this way, but I don't know if I should do that with one bottle. I kind of want to keep my bottle in case I don't get another one. Turn around. Oh, it's the achievement. Anyway. You know, I'm gonna go this way today. I think this is the safer bet. I don't love going this way, but... wasn't sure if I could make that. Holy, I almost fell off there. But the spoiler period, I don't know when to pinpoint this, but... what is the personal... or what should be the global period for when, like, it's okay to talk about spoilers? Milk! When is that? For me, I feel like it depends on the medium, first of all. And it depends on the content, just in general. So, like... actually, how much food do we have? We're okay on food. Am I gonna get rid of anything here? Get rid of some of these roaches. I will take the food here. I think that's vital for us at this point. And a pitten. I'd rather have rebar, but we'll take what we can get, I suppose. But like, if it's a new movie, I would say 6 months. Minimum, before talking about it. Maybe 3 months, depending on what it is. I think it's also dependent on streaming. Man, this is a nice selection right here. I like this. Mind you, we are kind of full up here. I was thinking I'd have more room here, but I do not. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to definitely take another bottle. And do I just take both these injectors? Maybe. Maybe that's a little too much. It's hard to say. I don't know if I need all these flares. I'm going to get rid of this. Unless our... okay, this is full, so I'll take one extra flare. I will get rid of these 2 foods. I think the milk... which one's better here? I don't actually remember. I think the milk is better, right? Sure. And I will take both of these injectors, and I'll put them here. It's spending a lot, but it's a nice amount of stuff. And I think we can get more roaches here. So let's see. But yeah, 6 months, I would say, generally, for like a movie. Oh, we have a breeder here, but and also a normal roach. Hello, friend. Because, like, literally after I saw the Backrooms movie, like, it was the release date. I saw spoilers for the movie. And, significant things, too. Not just like, oh, what did you think about this general plot point in the movie? Like, it was literally the most significant imagery in the game. I think there's more roaches, but I'm not going to find them. I might have killed one, too. But it was the most important stuff. That's why I'm like, I have to stay off of the internet entirely. Or at least off of mostly every social media platform. And if there is any I'm interacting with, then I need to make sure that I do as minimal interacting as possible. Or I stay, like, super safe. Like YouTube, for example, I'm like, subscription feed, that's it. That's all I'm doing. Twitter, I rarely go on there anyway, but especially not doing that. You know, things like that. So yeah, I think for a game, though, at least in my opinion, I think a game, if it's like, what's like a big game? Like Death Stranding, or Death Stranding 2, whichever. They're both big games, if you, like, do all the side stuff and everything. Any games that are 50 to 60 hour games, like, those should be, like, a year, for sure. Before anybody, like, says massive spoilers for the thing. And I'm not saying you can't have spoiler discussion, I just mean, like, spoilers in terms of, don't make a YouTube video with a thumbnail that shows, like, final boss of the game, or big story element of the game, talked about in detail, and the thumbnail shows, like, the biggest part of it. You know, like, don't do that. That's called a dick move. That's my opinion, anyway. Literally, when I saw, Doom: The Dark Ages, when that came out, I don't know what's going on. Oh no. We're fine. Okay, we're good, we're good. I was worried for a second. I was like, oh no, I'm doing bad. I got a little tripped up. I got distracted by Doom: The Dark Ages. But when that game came out, I remember seeing a thumbnail. Literally, the game came out maybe like 3 hours before this video came out. And there was a video that had like a thumbnail that was like, all bosses in Doom: The Dark Ages. And it was one of those quadrant ones too, where it's like, oh, here's like 4 images on the corners showing different screenshots of bosses in the game. Genuinely, I'm not kidding. I was very annoyed by that because I was like, I want to play this game. I got Game Pass for it, specifically, at the time. I was like, oh, here's all the bosses. And it even had, like, a circle in the center. Why are you so loud? That's a wonderful question. I think I can get that, can I? Yes. I don't know where these other hands are. Hello. Could you go away, please? I swear the sensitivity on the hands lately have been atrocious. Can I stand on this? I can, okay. I need this for stamina. Oh, there's usually roaches in here. Okay, we're good. But yeah, I got spoiled on that. I've almost been spoiled multiple times on Death Stranding 2 stuff, and I'm still currently playing that on my main channel. Oh, I just got rid of my thing. Oh, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure they do put a pitten in here. Okay. We're good. We're good. Almost scary. But we're fine. Okay. I'm gonna say, I'm like, I don't have a pitten. What do I do? We're fine. Yeah, what else? Oh, the, like, State of Play happened recently. I can't really get excited too much about Sony stuff anymore, unfortunately. Just out of principle that, oh, what do I do here? I don't really want to... Ooh, this one's going to be a scary one, actually, because... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Another bar. Mostly because this is going to use a lot of stamina. Oh, no. Oh, no. Stop falling. Okay, I'm going to need to probably take a bottle. I don't want to, but I'd rather not die. Alright, we're good. But I was very happy to see Control Resonant. I'm very excited about that. I'm a little annoyed, though. Okay, I have a gripe. And this is not with specifically Control Resonant, this is just literally every game. I don't like the whole, like, advanced access thing for games. And I think that's a pretty common trope, but man, it sucks. I literally, I was like, after the State of Play happened, I was like, oh, by the way, and I said this to one of my family members, I was like, it's cool that, like, because I'm also excited about Silent Hill Townfall a little bit. I'm not that excited for it. I'm still very curious exactly what it's going to be like, because it seems very hard to say what kind of game that'll be like. I think I am going to buy a save here, by the way, just because we've gotten so far here. But I'm curious about that game as well, but it comes out the same day as Control Resonant, and I'm definitely going to be playing Control Resonant and not anything else. I'm going to go for Overwhelmed here, by the way. It is the reason why I didn't take the no perks binding, because I did want to make sure we got Overwhelmed, just because having the double jump in the Abyss is really going to help us here. Yes, it is less stamina, but I think we'll be okay. We do have one bottle left here. Might be able to buy another bottle out here too, hopefully. But I said to my family member, I was like, Silent Hill Townfall, it's like one of the only things that it has for its deluxe edition is the fact that it gets early access for 48 hours. But luckily, Control Resonant doesn't do that. So, you know, it's fine, right? Again, I'm gonna see if I can grab this bar, by the way. But Control Resonant very much does. Haha, you like that, Snipe? That's a good one. I have 3 injectors, man. I really gotta, like, load this up, man. I did not realize I had so many. I don't think anything was good there that I wanted. I will buy this save. I don't normally save, but I didn't think we were gonna get this far, honestly. I'm quite happy we have. But Control Resonant also has 48-hour early access. Or advanced access. I like saying advanced access. A lot of people, or a lot of companies are like, it's early access, but I'm like, early access is like when you get into a game that's not done, like Subnautica 2, right? Advanced access, like getting into a fully finished game, just getting early access into it would be advanced access for me. I like that term better. I don't know where I saw that at first. I think I saw that once on Steam a while ago, but then they stopped using it, and so I don't know. I don't know if it was an official Steam thing. I think it's just some company used it, and I was like, that's a cool way to describe that. Advanced access, I like that. How many slots do we have here? I'm just curious. Not a lot. I would like to have more flares with me, but... I don't know. Well, I might use one of these, and then I might get rid of... maybe I'll get rid of the milk. Just for some extra roach. Only gives 1. That's disappointing. Anyway. Oh yeah, we're at our flashlight. Make sure to get rid of our flashlight too, by the way. This runs a bit longer than normal. Obviously, it's taken a little bit longer. I do apologize for that, but hopefully you guys are having a good time. What do you guys feel about future runs? Like, again, when I was first doing these, I was just like, I'm just gonna do like some normal runs. I wasn't really worried about doing like challenges or anything that were crazy like this. But then it kind of just immediately devolved into that, so I guess it didn't take too long. But I'm just curious what you guys might think about me just doing some more normal runs as well, or if it's a challenge run and I'm not able to do it. Are you guys good, like, sitting through a video like that? Like, if I die now, are you mad, or do you want me to finish the run? Like, you know, it's like, I just want to know. I'm curious. Alright, I think we're good. I'm gonna have the flashlight on here, but I'm gonna swap it to the flare gun after we're out of here. I think that makes sense. Alright, here we go. So once we're across the bridge, I'll swap it. I don't think we really need it too badly, honestly. I could probably just get rid of it entirely, but I'll keep it just for the sake of having it. It's our little fidget toy, you know? Alright, let's just swap this real quick. Again, we do have Overwhelmed as well, which is very nice. Oh, I thought that was the extra flare gun thing. Half stamina, we gotta be careful. Oop, hello. Anything in here of use? Not really. Not that we have a lot of roaches anyway, but in case we did. Let's see if we can get over here. I think I'm just gonna mostly be focusing on this. It does seem like there's a lot more teasers of the nest coming out lately. I don't know why I jumped at that. I thought like it was a completely different thing than I was jumping towards. But we're fine. We're recovered. We're fine. My brain processed what I was seeing as a completely different object in the terrain. But yeah, there's a lot of teases towards the nest recently, so I'm a little concerned, only for the fact that I'm a little worried I feel like if I want to do some of these modded challenges like we're doing right now, that progress needs to be made ASAP on getting those done. And I only say that because I think the nest is probably going to be out pretty soon. They did say on their roadmap that it'll be May or June. We're past May, obviously. So it could be any time now. And it really feels like the emphasis on any day now is growing more and more. Because it feels like any day now is here. They're showing like pictures of like different rooms and things and what it's looking like, sharing music now, which is cool. A lot of altars, I do like that, by the way. I'm gonna take an injector.
Emergency. Vital hazard classification 7 confirmed.
We have an injector, we might as well take it.
Nuclear failsafe. Habitation Lime.
But I think that's going to happen at any time. So I do have a bunch of video ideas, and I did want to let you guys know that at the very least. Meant to mention that earlier, but in case some of you guys are wondering, I do for sure have some video ideas already kind of planned out. I have a bunch of thumbnails for things that I do want to try to do at some point, so yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to get doing a lot of those, and, where am I? Where am I? I don't know where I am. Should probably have the flashlight. We're good, we're good, we're good. But be careful here, we gotta make sure we make some progress. Okay, see the rope. I think we can make it down here. Completely safe. Yes, we can. I'm trying to do this pretty creatively. Alright. This is the scariest part of the whole run. Let's see if we can do it. I don't know if we can. But we're gonna try our best. Let's see what we can get done. Alright. But, yeah, no, I have tons of stuff. I was gonna do a whole, like, easier thing, and then I saw a bunch of people doing stuff. Similar to it, so I'm holding that one off, but we might do that next video. It's a little easier than this, which makes me quite a bit happier. So, you know, if we do end up doing this and this all goes well... Oh boy. He's here, man. Hey, bud. I think we can get across this. We can. Is this the injector one? It is. I'm gonna take one of these. Not that I think we need it, but we have it. We might as well use it. Alright. Oh, I did learn something before I went out. Oh, of course. Good thing I had those injectors, huh? I knew I was gonna need one. I knew it. I had a feeling. I was like, I'm gonna need one of those injectors, man. I did find out recently that Scourge, which, you know, if you see these videos, you probably have seen Scourge as well. I'd be surprised if you haven't. If you haven't, though, check out Scourge White Knuckle. Very cool creator. Oh, I was worried about that one. But, I saw somebody shouted out, like, my hands in the White Knuckle Discord server for them to check out. And I happened to see, like, a little clip of a stream they did recently, like, you know, from currently recording this about 12 hours ago, I want to say. Somebody had, like, they shouted out my hands, and they had my hands installed, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. Scourge, you're so cool, thank you. And then they were about to use them, and then they went to a different hand, and they were like, okay, we're using this. And, so now I don't know how to feel. Okay, here we go. Pill bottle to the rescue. Don't hit me off. Alright, you're good. Injector just for the good faith of it all. And we did it! Look at that. But yeah, they didn't use my row hands. So, Scourge, you're dead to me. I'm kidding. The other hands I used were actually, ones that were inspired by me. They're like error hands. We might use them in the future, actually. Because I do like them as well. And honestly, they do look better than mine. So I'm glad to be inspiration for that. But anyway, sorry that this was a little bit more scrambled. It took a bit more focus to get this one done. It's just a little bit more of an unusual one, but there are some more unusual challenges with this More Mutators mod that I also want to do. It has a Markiplier mode where you can only use your pockets. I think our no items run was like close enough to that I don't think I need to do that one, but there are some other interesting ones that I do want to try. So we might do those in the future as well. There's a lot of things we can do, and I'm looking forward to those. Either way, that's everything for me for today. Again, I hope you guys have a good day, evening, whatever it is when you're watching this, and yeah. And make sure to go watch the Summer Games Fest if you happen to be watching this like right when it came out. It should be probably pretty soon. So yeah, go over and watch that. See some new games. Watch some Jeff Keighley promote a crazy new game called Highguard 2. So that was uncalled for. I apologize. Anyway, thanks as always, guys. I'll see you hopefully next time. We'll try to keep these generally more consistent going forward. Again, I apologize for the delay between videos. Try not to have that happen again. But anyway, take care, everybody. See you next time.